In this video, we're going to be looking at the endocrine system. We're going to look at hormones, which are the chemical messengers used by the endocrine system. We're going to look at the endocrine system and the organs that make up the endocrine system, and we're going to look at a couple of examples of hormones that have a fast reaction and hormones that have a slow reaction. So firstly, what's a hormone? A hormone is a molecule that acts as a chemical messenger to transmit messages around the body. Now, the endocrine system works in conjunction with the nervous system. However, generally, it works much slower than the nervous system. Now, we find hormones in both plants and animals, and a couple of examples of hormones that we find in humans are testosterone and estrogen. Hormones are generally secreted from glands, and they travel through the blood system in order to get to wherever it is that they actually have their effect, the target cells or effectors. The endocrine system is basically a whole heap of different organs and glands that are around the body that both secrete these hormones as well as are affected by these hormones. They don't actually connect to each other through anything other than the circulatory system. So they're all connected to the circulatory system, and basically the hormones hitch a ride around the body in that way. So some of the organs or glands that are found in the endocrine system include the pituitary, which is found in the brain, the thyroid in the neck, the adrenal, which sit on top of the kidneys, the ovaries and testes, the pancreas, which is just below the liver, as well as the hypothalamus, which again is in the brain. So these are all control centers and glands that release hormones that have an effect throughout the body. So adrenaline is an example of a hormone that has a fast action. So it's released from the adrenal glands, which are, as I said, sit just above the kidneys, and it causes increased activation of the nervous system. So when there's a lot of adrenaline around, the nervous system doesn't need as much stimulus to fire. And this is important in fight and flight response, making those signals from the nervous system faster. And this, as I said, it's a fast thing. This can happen within a few seconds of being secreted. You start to feel that rush in adrenaline, and that those are acting faster. On the other hand, a slow hormone is thyroxine, and it's released by the thyroid gland in the neck, and it regulates the speed at which processes, so metabolism, happen around the body. And once the change is detected here, it actually takes a number of weeks for that thyroxine that's being secreted in the bloodstream to actually change in levels and have an effect at the target cells. So it's a slow hormone as opposed to adrenaline. In this video, we've looked at hormones, which are chemical messengers that are transmitted around the body. The endocrine system being a system of glands and organs that secrete these hormones. We've looked at fast hormone, or an example of a fast hormone, which is adrenaline, which works within a few seconds, again being much slower than the nervous system, which works almost instantaneously. And we've looked at slow hormones, which have an effect over a number of weeks. And in this case, we looked at thyroxine.